Alright, we're back here on Warrior. So, what we're doing today is I have kerfed out this whole thing here. The point of that was to actually get down in here and see what's going on. So, there was a gap down over here. It was about 3/8 of an inch. I have kerfed out that entire rotten plywood in there. It's delaminated about 2.5 feet from the start of that plate. So what I did was I've jacked up the back of the boat with all 3 stands just to take a little pressure off the keel, to take a little pressure off the rear of the keel. What we've also done is push just slightly on this side, on the port side of the boat, just to be able to push it up just slightly to see if that's part of the problem. It doesn't seem to be part of the problem. It's not that this is out, it's that this is pushing upward. It is relieved by simply relieving the pressure off of the keel, which is good. So plan here right now is to see how tight I can get it, just in the, just within a couple cranks. See if I can get some pressure off of it. Just made me think I should probably drop the front a little bit. Just a tiny bit. So in doing this, we're going to relieve the pressure off the rear side of the keel and hopefully shrink that gap. Now, the reason I'm doing this is just to see right now if this is the reason why we're getting this situation with the delamination in the bilge area. I assume it is, because it has been fixed slightly by taking the pressure off. The plan would be then to inject some epoxy in there, re-glass that in, put a new rib in, and hopefully relieve some of the pressure long term, so that when we go and glass all this in, get the bilge done, get all this area finished, that we don't throw it in the water and it delaminates the other way, basically pulling it all apart. The epoxy should be enough with some stringers to fix that issue. It looks like this was just simply never intended to be stored the way it was, and that's fine. Like we explained earlier, it is a barn find. It's kind of what happens. This isn't something I necessarily anticipated, but here we are learning, doing some new stuff that we normally wouldn't be doing, so it's all good. We'll keep going with it. So obviously it's not easy to measure all this, it's kind of all relative, but we're right at 1/4 inch to the bottom right now. So I have these 2 placed right here, there and there. I can tell that this is moving up and taking some pressure off the keel, because these 2 were really loose just by doing these 3. I know it probably isn't enough to do this long term, and that's not the plan. The plan is to even out this. Good news is this gap is much smaller at this point. This might have been repaired once already. This is now less than 1/8 of an inch. That normally I wouldn't feel too good about taking a very large swath of fiberglass off of the boat. But in this case I do, I really do. Because I can see down under there now. Because I can see down under there, I can see how far this all needs to bend up. And what's cool is it's not far at all now. We're actually almost there. I can see though that this is glassed into this. That this is supposed to be glassed into this, and it is delaminated here. That is a little bit troublesome, but what we can do is clean this all up and then drop the boat back down onto the keel, right? And what that's going to do is open this whole space up here and allow me to see what's going on under there, first of all. And second of all, if we need to, we can get some epoxy in there. This was all resined in here. This whole thing was resined in. And that makes me think that either this was a known issue or something, because this was just slapped in resin, right? Maybe an afterthought. Maybe it was done when the benches were put in. I'm not exactly sure. But I like this because now I can inspect what's going on down here and actually see what the problem is. All good. I'm feeling actually much better about this after tearing off that whole section there than I was before. Because, well, another thing is I can see that all the way down in the front here, this whole thing is actually pretty tight. So that's really good. We got some more stands, so we're just gonna jack the boat up. That's nice. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out of here, but I did it. Yeah. So, we've eliminated the galley area. This will be actually pretty easy to remake because I do kitchens, so that's easy. I'm not even at all concerned about that. This is gonna come out too. Shrink this back about here. But yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of stuff to cut out in here too. In the bathroom. Head, rather. But yeah, it's looking quite a bit larger in here. I mean, I know, like, makes it kind of hard, but I mean, I can touch here, but I have probably, you know, like a number of feet over, way over, and it's even wider here by like a foot. So today we're gonna cut out this other bench here. Obviously I need to remake this one because it needs to match with that one. So we're gonna cut this out, gonna get it all ground down, make sure that this area is prepped and ready to glass in and start building benches. So we're finally almost to the point where we can start building something. And we're also going to do the bulkhead soon. Get to it. There's so much water in here for some reason, and I don't know why. There should not be any water in here.